Hi there, folks, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Airgun Reporter. My name is Paul Capello. You know, it's hunting season here in the great state of New York, and what better way to celebrate than to review a real hunting airgun. I have a Yunjin Sumatra in .22 caliber, a fantastic Korean-made airgun. Let's take it to the air lodge and check it out. Okay, so we're not inside the air lodge. The weather began to cooperate with us here today, so we thought we'd keep this outside. This is a kind of a loud air rifle, so we're better off if we're not in the confines of the air lodge anyway. Okay, let's go over the features of the Sumatra 2500. First and foremost, this is a serious-looking hunting air gun. Just taking one look at this thing or even holding it in your hands tells you that this is meant for some serious hunting. This is not a pea shooter. This is not a target shooter. This is meant for hunting game. Okay, firstly, it has open sights, which is very, very cool. Not all Korean air guns have open sights. Only some of them do. And this I kind of like. Just want to take the scope off and shoot open sights. Go ahead. This is a very cool feature of the Sumatra. It has an adjustable rear sight, of course. It's adjustable for windage as well as elevation. Very nicely made. I like the design on this rear sight here. Okay, secondly, the Sumatra 2500 has a double reservoir. It holds 500 cc's of air. Why is that good? More shots per fill. You can even get more shots per fill than you'd expect from a Korean air gun with the adjustable power. If I turn it sideways here, you'll see a wheel, and that's for adjusting the power. You can go from low, medium, or high, or anywhere in between using that power wheel. Very good if you just want to do some plinking in the yard and lower the power, get the most shots you can out of a fill. If you don't know by now, the Sumatra is a lever action 6-shot repeater. Let me show you. Open that up. There's your 6-shot rotary mag. This is all steel. It's never going to break. And like some other Korean rifles, you put your pellets in skirt first. Why do I like lever action? Because when I'm on target, I don't have to take my eye out of the scope. I just cock it, I'm ready to go for a follow-up shot. This is also good for hunting when you need a quick follow-up in the field. Well, folks, I have to say the fit and finish of the Sumatra 2500 is very, very nice. You won't know until you hold it in your hands. Pictures and video do not do this airgun justice. Very nice woodland scene here. You got a hunting dog going after some ducks. A nice little feature of it. All the metalwork, very nicely made. The bluing is deep and rich. And the stock, very nice. Koreans are doing really good work with wood these days, and the Sumatra is no exception. Look at here. You have an adjustable cheek piece here. This rises up and down by adjusting 2 small grub screws here. There's rods inside there, just like any adjustable cheek rest. Very nice. The fit is real decent. You've got checkered panel on the grip, and you've got a checkered panel on the forestock. Very nice. Let's go ahead and do some chrony testing, then we'll move on to the target and accuracy testing, then the trigger testing, some sound testing, and we'll wrap up the show. All right, the results of our first chrony test using the Yunjin 28.4 grain pellets is thus. First of all, we filled this up to 2,900 psi. That's the max for my little electric compressor. So, based on that, we got an average of 933 feet per second. Our slowest was 894, our fastest 968. Based on the average of 933 feet per second, that gives us 55 foot-pounds of energy at the muzzle. Very good power in this air rifle, and that's to be expected with the Korean air guns. Now, the second pellet we did was the Barracuda match pellets, 21.14 grains. And I have to tell you folks, the power wheel was turned to high for both pellets, max power. Okay, our average was 1,012 feet per second. Our slowest, 972. Our fastest, 1,049 feet per second. And based on the grains, 21.14, going an average of 1,012, we've got 48 foot-pounds. Again, very good hunting energy. Fantastic for these air guns. All right, let's go ahead and do some accuracy testing. Our first pellet is going to be the Yunjin pellets. Now, I've got my safety glasses on, and for this test, I'm going to be using hearing protection. In case you're curious, I know you all are, I've got a center point 4 to 16 by 40 scope mounted on the Sumatra. Now this might be a little bit big for this rifle, but it's what I had on hand, and it's good for shooting targets downrange. Okay, let's go ahead and load up our pellets, and we'll take some shots. Like I said, these pellets are loaded skirt first, just like some other Korean air guns. All right, there's 6. Go ahead and load that up. Okay, here's our $50 piece, just about covering our 10-shot group. Now that's a pretty good hunting group at 75 feet. Now if I was small game out in the woods and you had the Sumatra and the 28.4 grain Yunjin pellets, I'd be plenty worried. The Yunjin pellets 10-shot group did okay, but the Barracuda match pellets did fantastic. There's a 5-shot group we just did. Right there, pretty nice. Now these are spatter targets, so our group is going to look a little bit bigger than they actually are. I also shot another group of Barracuda match pellets off camera. Very, very nice. You're going to have to trust me on that one. Okay, let's go ahead and do the trigger testing, and we'll do some sound testing, and we'll wrap up the show. Okay, the Sumatra has a 2-stage adjustable trigger. It's adjustable for the 2nd stage only. You adjust a small grub screw up in here, and you can fine-tune the sear engagement. Let's go ahead and see what our results are, factory out of the box, with our trigger gauge. 2 pounds, 12 ounces. 3 pounds, 2 ounces. 3 pounds, 4 ounces. 3 pounds, 3 ounces. I think I'm starting to see a pattern here. 3 pounds, 1 ounce. What's our average? Average is 3 pounds, 1.6 ounces. Like I said earlier, the Sumatra is fairly loud, and that's to be expected with a powerful hunting air gun. Now, as usual, I'm going to be putting pellets in the clip here because it always sounds different when there's pellets in it. And get my ear protection on here. And we're going to be looking for the highest decibel reading in our meter. Let's see what we get. All right, well, it looks like 111.8 decibels was the highest we could reach in our meter. Now that puts the Sumatra in the high loudness category. If you're out shooting and your hearing is sensitive, I suggest you take no chances and wear some protection. So what's my final take on the 500cc Yunjin Sumatra? This is a finely crafted, very accurate, and extremely powerful pre-charged pneumatic air gun. I like the lever action, the multi-shot capability, the craftsmanship. It's got everything. For Airgun Reporter, my name is Paul Capello. Until next time, please shoot safe and have fun. Please remember, folks, air guns are not toys. Even the smallest calibers can cause serious injury if not used properly. And you should never, under any circumstance, point an air gun at a person. Parents, if you teach your kids to shoot responsibly, they will have a lifetime of air gun enjoyment. My name is Paul Capello. Until next time, shoot safe and have fun.